Welcome to Colorado Springs Uncovered Podcast, a podcast where local entrepreneurs, new homeowners, and our vibrant community come together to unlock the secrets of success.
We're going to be your go-to source for everything happening in our community, whether you're a seasoned landlord, a new homeowner, or simply a resident of this beautiful city. We're here to keep you informed, engaged, and connected. So each episode, we're going to dive into the latest in local real estate trends, important property management updates, and also the ever-changing legislative landscape that impacts landlords and tenants alike.
We'll also highlight exciting upcoming events and spotlight the hidden gems around Colorado Springs and Fountain that make our area so special. Join us as we explore how to properly care for your home, stay ahead of industry changes, and keep you in the loop in new things that are growing in our community. Stay tuned for expert insights, community stories, and much more. I'm Lorenys Perez.
I'm Natalie D. Herrera, and we are your local real estate property managers and hosts for the show. Let's dive in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we actually launch our first episode on February 5th of 2025, we wanted to do a small introduction just to let you know what the podcast is going to be about and why we are deciding to do this. First of all, I think we are such a big military town and a local hub for just a whole plethora of different people, different backgrounds. We've got 4 military bases here. So whether it's by choice or force that brought you to Colorado Springs, I want to keep the community involved, get some information out there on, if you're in the real estate market looking to expand and get into real estate investment properties here in Colorado Springs, which is a great time to do that. We're growing like crazy. The real estate market here is just booming. Or if you're just a renter, a tenant looking for a place to go, looking to understand the community, looking for events, looking for, like we said, hidden gems in Colorado Springs, Fountain, places to meet people. There's nothing like building a community around who you are and what's important to you. So hopefully our little podcast will help do that, give you some insights on what to do, where to go, how to properly take care of your home. We're going to highlight different things in the property management industry because that's what our background is in.
And that's where we're going to come in with different insider tips that will give everyone any type of insight, whether it is property management, real estate, local vendors, events, just a little bit of everything. As long as we're just going to try and uncover the springs one day at a time for you, one podcast at a time.
I love it. I love it.
Natalie, I'm curious. Tell me a little bit about your background.
So, a little bit about my background. I am a Colorado native. I lived in Texas for about 5 years, but I was born and raised in Colorado Springs. I just needed to come home after being there, not knowing which direction was west or east because the mountains weren't there to show me, and getting tired of not having all of my food covered in green chili the way that I like it. I had to come home. So, those of you who know a little bit about my background, know me personally, you know my story and what brought me back to Colorado Springs. I think there's just something so important about having this community and support that you just can't beat. So I had to come home to Colorado Springs. Lorenys, tell me what brought you here.
So I moved here from Miami, Florida, about 11 and a half years ago or so. I followed love and new opportunities. Just the growth, the vibe. I felt like it was a perfect place to keep growing my career and raising my kids.
Yeah, I get that. Tell me a little bit about your background.
So I have a construction and property management background for a little over 18 years.
I rolled over from Florida over here with that. Like you said, we're really good at what we do. I have been just hustling and bustling on the property management here in real estate world. It's a growing industry right now, and I'm very good at that,
You
making
are
sure that
one of the
everybody.
best in the industry. I can attest to that for sure.
Thanks.
I didn't know you did property management in Florida as well before you came to Colorado Springs.
I did. I did. I did a lot of high rises in the construction, and I followed through with the property management there.
Nice, nice.
Natalie, I'm curious. Tell me a little bit about your background. How'd you get into real estate?
My background, I actually fell into real estate. I I come from more of a sales background. Did 15 years residential sales and business to business sales, and came back to Colorado Springs. Just kind of naturally gravitated towards real estate and jumped right in. I've loved it ever since. I think it helps problem solving. I'm not really a 9 to 5 behind the desk type of gal. I need to work. I've got my ADHD keeps me on my toes. So I love solving problems, getting out in the community, and being on the go. If it weren't for problems, I wouldn't have a job. So I think that's why I love it.
That's true. We love problems. Making them go away, that is.
Yeah, maybe causing them a little bit too. But no, seriously, I am grateful for the challenges that I get to face every day. It really keeps me on my toes. And I know it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. And I'm really good at what I do. Okay, now that you know who we are, let's get into why we decided to do this podcast. So, Lorenys and I actually met at CPUM. CPUM, if you don't know, is the Council of Elite Property Managers. We meet monthly. It's a group of local property managers that get together. And I think what's beautiful about it is there's nothing like this nationwide. It's just actually local to Colorado Springs. It's a group of property managers that get together to say, hey, where are your pain points? How can we do this better and grow as a community together?
Who are you using? What are you doing different? How are we following the laws and making sure everybody's got their shit together pretty much?
Yeah. So that's really why we decided to do this podcast. We had a meeting one time and we were like, hey, how many of you keep your owners updated and send out, monthly newsletters, weekly newsletters? That's a lot, right? So we just decided to take on that task to keep everybody on the same page, right?
Yep, and some additional stuff too. How about we explain what exactly we are going to do in our podcast and the dates that we're going to be dropping in?
Yeah, so our podcast, you can keep an eye out for that. They're going to be released every Wednesday. So we're going to do 3 weeks, 3 weeks out of the month. The fourth month, we'll take a break for interviews and editing. But every Wednesday, you can look forward to a new episode being released. The first Wednesday of the month is going to be for property management. Look forward to those legislative updates, so what you need to know to be a successful landlord in this industry and how to grow your business. So whether you're an entrepreneur looking to get into this industry, you're a homeowner who is looking to expand your investment portfolio, or just a landlord looking to rent out your property. We've got all the tips and tricks and the do's and don'ts of property management to keep you informed, keep you educated, so that way you're up to date on what's going on and how to support us in making sure that we all live in a working community, owners and tenants alike, where it's not just one-sided on either scope of it, but that we make it a community moving forward that we all want to live in. Our first episode coming next Wednesday. Lorenys, tell me who we're interviewing. I'm excited about it.
We will be having Alex Yoder with Dorman Real Estate and Daniel Muldoon with Muldoon and Associates.
Awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun podcast to make. So, a lot of information there on the past 2024 legislative session and things that we saw, new laws that were implemented and what's to come in 2025. Yeah, so whether you're a seasoned landlord or just getting brand new into home ownership, I think we'll have a little bit of something for you every step of the way.
Well, love it.
And speaking about new homeowners, Week 2 is going to be when you want to tune in. So that's going to be our educational portion where we highlight a vendor, a different vendor every week. So we want to get an appliance vendor in, someone to talk about your HVAC services, your AC when the winter months come up, landscaping in the spring, tree trimming, why those things are so important to stay on top of, making sure that your property is well taken care of, that these are some of your biggest investments, guys. So we want to make sure that we're doing right by your property, investing money when we need to, making sure that we're not over investing, but also taking that time to make sure the longevity of your home is sustainable and it's taken care of, so you're not hit with those $10,000 bills because you were unprepared. So we're here to provide a supportive community for you guys, give you the information that you need. Anything that you have questions on, we're happy to answer, and hopefully our vendors can provide some insight on why that's so important. So we're going to highlight why it's important to keep up with your regular maintenance around your home. Sometimes you don't know that being a new homeowner. Sometimes you don't even know where the furnace filter is. That's okay. We listen, we don't judge, right?
Yes, definitely. We'll have anywhere from electricians to plumbers. We'll even have some firefighters just to keep everybody informed of how to stay safe and how to make sure that your home is safe.
Ooh,
Following our...
tune me in for that one. Let's record that one live.
Yes, definitely. Hope they bring their uniforms.
Yeah, our last podcast of the month is going to be What's the Word Wednesday, basically, is what we'll
What's
like
the
to call it.
word?
I think that's going to be my favorite one because we'll highlight different things to do in Colorado Springs. If you're military, you're new to the area, and you don't even know where to go. There's been times I've had a babysitter and went home and cleaned my house because I didn't know what was going on.
What? Why wouldn't you do that? That's why you were going to give you vendors. You could have called the cleaner.
I'll call the fireman first.
Oh,
But yeah, we want to keep you guys informed. Mostly our owners keep you informed on what's coming, what's updated, what's new in property management, so you have all the tools that you need to be a successful landlord.
that way, just to make sure any property manager in town, if they forget or they miss, sometimes our day to day does get a little hectic. We want to make sure that you, as an owner, know what's going on. We're just helping each other out. We're not here to compete. We're just here just to get the word out and make sure everyone is in the loop when it comes to whether it's you for the green chili or the firefighters not cleaning your house or an electrician or giving you the laws, keeping you up to date with the legislative. We'll even probably have some realtors as well, just to keep you in the loop of what's going on in the market as well.
Definitely. So I'm excited on what's to come. If you have any suggestions, you want to get in touch with us, reach out, please. We love feedback. We want this to be as interactive as possible. If there's a spot in town that we haven't highlighted yet and you want us to check it out, or an event going on that you think we should highlight for people to know coming up, let us
Someone that
know.
has a lot of knowledge in a certain area that you'd like everyone to know. I know there's certain Facebook pages right now that get overwhelming with information and recommendations. We just want to be another little pinpoint for that as well.
Exactly. Yeah. If you've got recommendations on questions, even that of topics that we want to cover for tenants, owners alike, habitability issues, whatever the case is, send those to us. You'll have our social media links below. You'll be able to get in contact with us. If there's somebody that you hear on our podcast that you'd like a little bit more information from, reach out as well. We'll have all their contact information posted also. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy listening to this podcast as much as we are having fun making it so
Yeah, we're
far.
looking forward to having a lot of fun and keeping everybody informed. This is our first of lots to come.
For sure. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.